Okay, so good morning. Check na ko. Okay, ongoing or recording medium, no, which is the OBS. Okay, so time check, it's 6:17 a.m. So last meeting, I'll discuss the ISB transmitter. That's the last recorded video pala, sorry, at meeting. So please refer to the last recorded video on this chapter, which is the chapter 6. So let's continue. Hopefully na mahuman na gyud ako ni. So we have here the single sideband receivers. Okay, the first one is the single sideband BFO. So this is a non-coherent uh, receiver. Okay, so I will make a snipping tool. Okay, para di na ay, sorry. Di na mag-scroll up ba? Okay, so I will view the picture. Okay, so this is the non-coherent single sideband BFO receiver. BFO means bit frequency oscillator. Okay, so the first stage is you have here the RF. RF input signal will be captured by the receive antenna. Okay, so it is being amplified using the RF amplifier. Then pre-selector is the bandpass filter. Okay, and it is mixed down. O, down converted na siya kay receiver naman. Okay? So, it is down converted. So, RF mixer or the first detector, down converted into IF. No? IF signal array, then it will be amplified and filtered. Okay? So, the output from the IF, okay. So, the output of the IF, this one, kaning arrow, is heterodyne. Okay. It means after na down converted and then amplified pag yun siya using the IF amplifier, iagi na po na siya og mixer. But this time the source of the high frequency signal is this one, the BFO, the bit frequency oscillator. Still, that is a local oscillator lang yapon na siya. Okay? So the BFO frequency, this one is equal to the IF carrier frequency. Thus, the difference between the IF and the BFO frequencies, okay? So meaning the difference between the IF and the BFO is the information signal. Okay? So niagi siya og duha ka mixer, diba? So the first mixer is for the down conversion. So, converted to IF. Pagkahuman, niagi na po siya og another mixer. This is for the IF mixer. Para ang mugawas na lang ani is the information signal. Okay? So, the modulation is accomplished through the several stages of mixing and filtering. This one. So mixing and filtering ang naiagi. Duha ka mixer, then filtering, which is the bandpass filter kasagaran. So, the receiver, it is a non-coherent siya because the RF, local oscillator, and BFO oscillator or the BFO signals are not synchronized to each other or to the oscillators in the transmitter. So, they are not connected, no? So, lahi ang value ni RF local oscillator, lahi pud ang value ni BFO. Okay? So consequently, no, kung naay difference, no, any difference between the transmit and receive local oscillator frequencies, it produces a frequency offset error in the demodulated signal. Okay. So let's have an example. Untay na kay RF receive local oscillator nga 50 hertz. Okay. So that type 50 hertz na siya. No, the receive local oscillator is 50 hertz above its designated frequency, and the BFO is 50 hertz. 100 hertz ni siya, sorry, for the RF local oscillator, and 50 hertz for the BFO. Okay. The restored information is offset to 150 hertz from its original frequency spectrum. So, meaning 50 or more offset is distinguishable by a normal listener as a tonal variation. So, mo na ang iyahang kumbaga threshold niya. Okay? So, threshold that is the offset. Kumbaga muna ang iyahang tolerance, mura siya og tolerance, no? So, for the local oscillator o BFO nga oscillator frequency. Okay? So, ang RF mixer nimo o ang the second detector which is the IF mixer, these are called the product detectors. Take note, mixer is a product detector man siya. Tama? So, from your previous chapters in the AM. Product detector yun na si mixer. Okay? Nga, ang result na it is producing the sum and difference of frequencies. Okay? So, a product modulator and product detector are essentially the same circuit. Okay, actually the same circuit lang. Product modulator, that is another name for the mixer at the transmitter. Product detector is the another name for the mixer at the receiver. Detector is the modulation man. Okay, the only difference is that the input to a product modulator is tuned to a low frequency modulating signal, and the output is tuned to the high frequency carrier. Whereas with the product detector, the input is tuned to a high frequency modulated carrier, and the output is tuned to a low frequency information signal. Okay, unsa ray pasabotan na sir? Ani ang pinaka simplest this explanation. Pag product modulator ka from low frequency, which is your information signal, unya naa kay high frequency carrier, it will result to a high frequency. Kay up converted man. Diba? Pag transmitter, ang mixer ana is up conversion. Diba? The heterodyning is up converted. Pero pag transmitter, receiver ka, pag product detector is from high frequency, it will converted into a low frequency. Down converted siya. Okay? So nagabalik-balik ng up conversion o down conversion, no? So please no, dili gyud ninyo kalimtan na no, what is the difference of the mixer and the transmitter and the receiver. Both of them the same circuit, but in terms of process, pag mixer sa transmitter, up conversion na siya. Pag mixer sa receiver, down conversion na siya. Okay? So with both the modulator and detector, the single frequency carrier is the switching signal. In a receiver, the input signal, which is a suppressed or reduced RF carrier, and one sideband is mixed with the RF local oscillator frequency to produce an intermediate frequency. Okay, so the output from the second product detector is the sum and difference of frequencies between the IF and the beat frequency. So the difference frequency band is the original information or the original input information. Okay? So, the same yapon from the receiver, so from RF converted to IF, pero there is a non-coherent nga SSB receiver, after na ma-amplify in the IF amplifier, si IF i-convert na po siya, which will be converted into a low frequency, which is the information signal. This time, it is the difference na. No, difference of two frequencies. Okay? So that is the single sideband BFO. That is non-coherent. Okay. Now, let's proceed with the coherent. Okay. So, I will snip this one. Sa mangod kay kanang sa kataas sa statement. So, munang ginasnip na ko siya. Okay. So, this is a coherent single sideband. Diba? So, coherent means they are synchronous, no? Synchronized. So, this is a block diagram for the coherent SSB BFO receiver. Okay. This is identical to BFO receiver nga non-coherent, except that the local oscillator and BFO are synchronized to the carrier oscillators in the transmitter. Okay. So, synchronized, no? Ganina, ang mixer ganina sa BFO non-coherent is separated with the local oscillator that is IF. Karon, it is a common, no? Common na sila. They are synchronized to each other because of this block section, the carrier recovery and frequency synthesizer. Okay. The carrier recovery circuit, this is a narrowband PLL. PLL means phase lock loop. I will explain the process of the phase lock loop in simplest manner pag mutungtong na ta og FM kay kasagaran ginagamit si PLL sa FM. Okay, pinaka-highlight kay na siya. Okay? So it is a narrowband PLL, this one, that tracks the pilot carrier in the composite SSB-RC receiver signal and uses the recovered carrier to regenerate the coherent local oscillator frequencies in the synthesizer. So, ang purpose lang ani sa carrier recovery circuit is number 1, narrowband PLL ni siya. Ikaduha is for tracking the pilot carrier, no? Dito sa imuhang SSB-RC nga receiver signal. Ang katong pilot carrier gamiton to siya, okay, to regenerate the coherent local oscillator frequencies. Meaning, ang regenerate coherent local oscillator is the frequency, the local oscillator frequency nga gigamit niya dito sa transmitter. Mo na yang purpose nga, that's the meaning of regenerating the frequency. Okay? So, mo to yung gamiton. So, the synthesizer circuit, it produces a coherent RF local oscillator of BFO frequency. So, the carrier recovery circuit tracks the received pilot carrier. Therefore, minor changes in the carrier frequency in the transmitter are compensated for the receiver. And the frequency offset error is eliminated. Okay. So, sa non-coherent, naalang kay gina-follow nga offset, no? Frequency of offset error siya, which is the baga mo na yung tolerance niya. Kay kung mo above pa siya, so there is a tendency nga dili ma-recover or dili ma-demodulate si information. Kay dili mao ang local oscillator frequency. Okay? So, sa coherent, because nga naama kay carrier recovery circuit, kanya phase lock loop pa yun ang gamit. So, pag ma-detect na niya, so iyaman ang phase lock loop is a closed loop na siya nga system. So, naana siya feedback, no? But again, I will explain further that one once we go to the FM. So, kato lang akong ipahapyaw na ako. It is a narrowband PLL. So, ang purpose lang niya there is a carrier recovery circuit is for recovering the for tracking the pilot carrier kay para maka-produce siya or to regenerate a RF local oscillator o RF local oscillator that RF local oscillator, the frequency itself mo man ang gigamit dito sa transmitter. Okay? Then mo produce po siya og bit frequency oscillator for demodulation process. Okay? So walay offset error ang coherent. That's the meaning of this circuit. Okay. So next, we have here single sideband envelope detection receiver. Okay. Ako ni siyang ninot magyuning snipping na to. Okay. So please familiarize this, include in your study the block diagram kay dako magyud kay ni siya o This is one of the part of your assessment, no? So we have here single sideband envelope detection receiver. Okay, asa naman tong picture, sir? Ayun, kani. So kung tan-awon nimo ang circuit, mamaora siya sa coherent nga single sideband BFO. Ang naka dugang lang niya is naa siya duha ka block dari. Okay? So dili na ni BFO actually dari, no? So explain nato na further. Okay? So this is a single sideband receiver. It uses synchronous carriers because of the carrier recovery circuit and envelope detection. That's one. So envelope detector, this is for the demodulator. So the reduced carrier pilot is detected, okay, separated from the demodulated spectrum and regenerated in the carrier recovery circuit. Okay, this one, no? Iyang uh, agi siya aning carrier recovery circuit for regeneration, no? So again, this is for tracking the pilot carrier, okay? Now, the the regenerated pilot is divided and used as the stable frequency source for a frequency synthesizer, which supplies the receiver with frequency coherent local oscillator. So, from the RF carrier, agi sa ani, then this carrier recovery circuit will generate a stable frequency. Kung unsa ang frequency nga gigamit nimo sa transmitter, mo po na iya ma-originate diri. Okay? That is the local oscillator nga frequency. Now, the received RF is mixed down to the IF in the first detector. Okay? Kani. Kay since na man matag-produce og local oscillator, so from the RF, which is the SSB-RC, down converted ni siya. Mixed down man. So down converted. And then, a regenerated IF carrier is added to the IF spectrum in the last linear summer. Dili siya linear summer. Linear na siya, sorry. This is a typo error in the book. Linear summer na siya. So, linear summer, which produces the SSB full carrier envelope. Okay. So, ang purpose anang linear summer kay i-add lang na niya. Dili siya mixer. So, once na na-amplify si IF, so input siya diri kang linear summer, diya dungagan og IF carrier local oscillator. The purpose is to produce a single sideband siya, pero full carrier na. Okay? And then, the envelope is demodulated in a conventional peak diode detector to produce the original information signal spectrum. Okay, this type of receiver is called an exalted carrier receiver. That is another name for this receiver, no? So once nga ma-produce na siya og single sideband nga full carrier, it will go to the envelope detector. So katong envelope detector, that is ang common is the diode, no? So diode detector. Yan, uman, ma-demodulate na niya ang information. Okay? Oh, dagan kayo block diagram, sir. Oh, actually, dagan yun siya block diagram. So, you have to include in your study yun. Now, let's proceed with the multi-channel pilot carrier single sideband receiver. Okay. Kani, ato gini siyang i-snipping. Much better magod i-snipping kay mostly ang book dito masino ang yang mga block diagram kay naka di na makita. Okay. Yun siya. Tayo mabuhat. Ato, ana na lang dyan ang pinaka layo. Okay. Let's snip this one. Yeah, di manato ni matuyok. So, the best way is to save. SSB 1. Okay. Ano lang. So, yun. Okay. I think it's better na. Okay, this is a multi-channel, no? Pilot carrier single sideband receiver. So multi-channel siya, no? Because of this one, you have the channel selector switch. Okay? Sige, let's discuss it one by one. So this is a figure is a multi-channel pilot carrier SSB receiver. So where it uses the PLL carrier recovery circuit. Okay. So the PLL is this one. Okay. So the RF input range, the RF RF input, it ranges from 4 megahertz to 30 megahertz. Okay, and the VCO natural frequency is coarsely adjusted with an external channel selector switch. This one. So this VCO here will be adjusted using the channel selector switch over a frequency range from of 6 megahertz to 32 megahertz. So adjustment siya. Kaning VCO, okay? VCO, it means voltage controlled oscillator. Okay? Voltage controlled oscillator ang meaning ana. So controlling the voltage, you are producing a frequency. Okay? So the VCO, ang VCO, it tracks above the incoming RF by 2 megahertz. This one. In the first detector, which is the first IF. Okay? So, in the first detector, so, pang tracking ni si VCO dari, so from the RF dari, RF nga side, so once ma-amplified, so first detector, so it will produce the first IF 2 megahertz. Unya, so since producing naman siya first IF, i-amplify using and bandpass filter for for increasing the selectivity property, then moagi na po na siya og second detector. Okay. Agi na po siya og second detector, which is the IF mixer gyapon na siya. So pila ang iyang frequency na sir? From the VCO from 6 to 32 megahertz dari 1.8 megahertz na lang na siya. Okay. So this is the beat frequency, no? Kumbaga mo na imuhang BFO. Okay? So 1.8 beat frequency sets the IF to 200 kilohertz. Okay? So set na siya to 200 kilohertz. Kaya napod siya 200 kilohertz nga crystal reference oscillator. This is a fix. Yeah, i-amplified, buffer amplifier, then i-feedback dari. Kaning multiplier, kaning times 9 nga multiplier, this is a class C, if I'm not mistaken. Class C na siya ng amplifier. Amplifier na siya, no? Increasing the additional gain. Okay? Typically, pag multiplier circuit na nasa FM, that is class C na nga amplifier. Okay? Now, so na-detect na sa second IF that is 200 kilohertz. Okay. Okay? So the VCO frequency is coarsely set with the channel selector switch, di ba? Kani? And then mixed with the incoming RF signal. So the first detector and the first detector to produce the a first IF difference frequency nga 2 megahertz. Okay? And then the IF mixes with a 1.8 megahertz beat frequency to produce a 200 kilohertz nga second IF. Okay, so the PLL locks onto the 200 kilohertz pilot and produces a DC correction voltage that fine-tunes the VCO. So, ang sa phase lock loop, so inputan na siya og 200 kilohertz, iagi og phase comparator. Okay? So, it will result a DC voltage, that is the correction voltage for uh, fine tuning sa imuhang VCO. Okay, mo man gyud naka-unique ni phase lock loop kay kung naay certain adjustment yang i-correct mismo kay namo na siya paano na siya feedback loop man na siya, closed loop type nga system. So the second IF, okay, is beat down to audio in the third detector kani. So agi og third detector which is passed onto the audio preamplifier for further processing. So kani for third detector kuha na lang na siya for additional down conversion, no? And of course, kay nagaagi man ta og mixer, di ba? The purpose of having of inserting mixers in the receiver is to minimize ang pinaka aim is to minimize the image frequency. Di ba? Katong double conversion. O kani kay double converted naman ni siya kani agi man kag first o second detector. Okay? And kani is for enhancement na lang ning third detector. Okay? For the SSB receiver. So the AGC detector, okay, this one produce an AGC voltage that is proportional to the amplitude of the 200 kilohertz pilot. Okay, so this is for the for controlling. So the AGC voltage is fed back to the RF. Okay, and or so kani isa ka output dali, so i-feedback na dito sa RF o IF amplifier to adjust their gains proportionate to the received pilot level and to the squelch circuit to turn the audio preamplifier off in the absence of a received pilot. Okay, so dako pud og role si EGC dari kay number 1 for adjust the gain sa RF o IF amplifier, and number 2 for squelch circuit kung wala siya madawat nga receive wala siya madawat nga pilot nga signal, i-turn off ra po na ni squelch. Okay? So the PLL compares the 200 kilohertz pilot to a stable crystal control reference. This one. So the crystal reference oscillator. So consequently, although the receiver carrier supply is not directly synchronized to the transmit oscillators, the first and second IFs are thus compensating for any frequency offset in the demodulated audio spectrum. Okay, so once na mo agi sa third detector and then i-preamp for amplification, so it will produce na this is for proceeding for the audio amplifier. So actually there is a audio amplifier apil na dari ang demodulation process. Okay? Demodulate na siya. The third detector, sorry. The third detector is the demodulator one, okay? So recovering the information signal, then i-preamp na, no? I-amplify na. The audio preamplifier. This third detector, sorry ha, this is for the, kuha na lang siya, demodulator nga process na ni siya. Okay? So that is the multi-channel pilot carrier single sideband receiver. Okay? So, next. Later magatag ko kuan some of the insights. So, unsay katibukan regarding for the single sideband. Okay? So, we have here the amplitude compandoring single sideband. Okay? So, amplitude compandoring means this is a two word between companding and expanding. Dio. Compressing and expanding pala. Sorry. So, amplitude compandoring single sideband or the AC-SSB systems provide narrowband voice communications for land mobile services with nearly the quality achieved with FM systems and do it using less than 1/3 the bandwidth. Okay. So with AC-SSB, ang process na is the audio signals are compressed before modulation by amplifying the higher magnitude signals less than the lower magnitude signals. Okay? So, compressing before modulation siya, okay, by amplification. So, higher magnitude signals less than the lower magnitude signals. Then, after demodulation in the receiver, the audio signals are expanded by amplifying the higher magnitude signals more than the lower magnitude signals. So, after demodulation, i-amplify, iya na pong i-expand. Ganina, before modulation, i-compress niya. No? So, i-expand niya by amplification yapon siya. But, amplifying the higher magnitude signals more than, it should be higher, the lower magnitude signals. Okay. A device that performs compression and expansion that is called compounder. Compounder, that is the compressor expander. Okay. So, what is the advantages of using this type of system? So, compounding an information signal, it increases, number one, the dynamic range of a system. Okay? By reducing the dynamic range of the information signals prior to the transmission and then expanding them after the modulation. Okay. So, increase so it affects the dynamic range sa imuhang information signal. Okay. So compounding also slightly decreases the SNR ratios for high amplitude signals while considerably increasing signal to noise ratios of the low amplitude signals. So for high amplitude, mababa ay ang SNR but slightly decreasing lang. Pero for low amplitude signals, it increases the SNR. Okay? Then, AC-SSB systems require that a pilot carrier signal be transmitted at the reduced amplitude along with the information signals. Okay. So, kailangan gyapon siya og pilot carrier for transmission. No? Pag pilot carrier, reduce na ang amplitude ana. Okay? The pilot carrier is used to synchronize the oscillators in the receiver and provides a signal for the AGC that monitors and adjusts the gain of the receiver and silences the receiver when no pilot is received. So pag no, so kana yang i-silence the receiver, that is the role of squelch circuit. Okay? So AC-SSB significantly reduces the dynamic range, allowing the lower level signals to be transmitted with greater power while remaining the power within the power ratings of the transmitter when higher level signals are present. Okay? So pag lower level signals, gamay mo gamay ang iyahang dynamic range. Okay? So, pero ang power transmission niya is taas lang yapon. Remaining siya. So, ay taas ang iyahang power for the transmission pag lower level. Pero sa higher level signals, so it remains the power rating sa transmitter. Consequently, the SNR or the signal to noise ratio is significantly improved for low level signals while introducing a significant increase in the noise levels for higher level signals. So, baliktad no? Pag ah pag low level siya, aside nga mababa ang dynamic range, improve ang yang SNR. Pero sa high level signals, ah naalan siya ay increase of noise level, no? But not as much as higher gyud kayo. Okay? So that is the role of AC-SSB. So for short, AC-SSB is process a compress before modulation by amplifying the higher magnitude signals less than the lower magnitude signals. And then, i-expand niya after the modulation. Okay? So, expanding by amplification, no? By amplifying the higher magnitude signals more than the lower magnitude signals. The good thing of AC-SSB systems kay, number one, mo reduce ang dynamic range, no? So, for allowing the lower level signals to be transmitted with greater power. Okay. But for the higher level signals, so it remains within the power rating sa transmitter lang. Okay? For SNR, it improves the SNR for low level, pero daalan siya ay insignificant increase sa high level. Okay? Okay, and we have here single sideband carrier and single sideband suppressed carrier and frequency division multiplexing. Sensya lang, medyo na pilipit akong dila. Okay, so because of the bandwidth and power efficiencies inherent with single sideband suppressed carrier, the most common application for it is in the frequency division multiplexing or the FDM. Okay. So, pinaka-common, no? Ang pinaka-common application for the single sideband suppressed carrier is si FDM. Okay? Pag mo yung multiplexing, that is the process of combining transmissions from more than one source and transmitting them over a common facility such as a metallic or optical fiber cable or a radio frequency channel. Ang pasabot sa multiplexing, multiple inputs transmitting into a single output, single line output. Mo na pasabot sa multiplexing. Daghang input pero ang output na is isa lang. That is multiplexing or MUX. MUX may short name ana. Okay? So frequency division multiplexing or FDM it is an analog method of combining two or more analog sources that originally occupied with the same frequency band in such a manner that the channels do not interfere with each other. Okay? So combining uh, two or more analog sources na siya but without the interference to each other. That is FDM. Kay anong wala man siya interference because each of the information signals they have different local oscillator. Okay? Or different carrier. So, say for this this example. O, kani. This is an example of FDM. Kung tanawon nimo, you have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 channels. Kani, these are the information signals, this channel 1 to 4. And then, nasa local oscillator, pero lahi og value. Then, agi og balance modulator. Diba? Diba, ang role ni balance modulator is to suppress the carrier. So, agig balance modulator, then bandpass filter. Bandpass filter, so converting it into a single sideband na. So, depende on sa method. So, filter method or phase method siya. Then, pag ma-convert na siya into single sideband, suppress carrier, so agi siya aning linear summer. I-add na siya. I-combine. Then, it will produce the FDM. So, from 100 to 120 kilohertz. So, wala interference na itabo na because each of the channel lalahi of frequency range. So, this is the boundary na siya. Yeah, kada isa ka channel, ang bandwidth na 5 kilohertz, the same 5 kilohertz, but the frequency range are different. Namanguna sila, nanagi sila wall ana that is called the guard band. Okay? So, with the multiplexing, so single sideband suppressed carrier transmission can be used to combine hundreds or even thousands of narrowband channels. Okay? So, it could be a voice or low-speed data circuits into a single composite wideband channel without the channels interfering with each other. So, without interference kay number one, number one kay lalahi man na sila og carrier nga ginagamit. Pero the bandwidth for each channel is the same. Yeah, pag makombine na the overall bandwidth na that will be the FDM. This one, diba, for each of the channel 5 kilohertz. So the overall bandwidth will be 20 kilohertz. Okay? And we have here the QM, the double sideband suppressed carrier and the quadrature multiplexing. Okay, quadrature multiplexing, this is not QAM. QAM is quadrature amplitude modulation. Kato, QM, it is a multiplexing method that uses double sideband suppressed carrier transmission to combine two information sources into a single composite waveform that is then transmitted over a common facility without the two channels interfering each other. Okay. So, sa multiplexing, that is multiple inputs. This one, kuan ni sila, combining the two information sources lang. Duha ra na ka-input. Okay. Pero, naka-unique sa QM is, same ra sila og local oscillator. But, ang isa, shifted siya by 90 degrees. Okay? So, you have here two channels, I channel and Q channel. I means in phase from the QAM gyapon nga principle. Q is quadrature, means shifted to 90 degrees. Oh. Okay? So, information source 1, information source 2. So, agi og this one, mixer. No? This is a combiner. Kuan man siya, mixer man eh. Okay? So, reference carrier oscillator. So, i-mix. Oh. You are producing a double sideband suppressed carrier. Okay. So, kaning mixer niya, this is a balance modulator, balance modulator po niya, na dari ang component. So, producing a bandpass, double sideband suppressed carrier. Agi og bandpass filter for additional filtering. Then, sulod sa linear summer. In the Q channel, from reference carrier oscillator, i-shift ang oscillator to 90 degrees. So, the same gapon, agi sa balance modulator, producing a double sideband suppressed carrier. For the bandpass filter, for filtering improvement, for selection purposes, uh, agi og linear summer and producing the output. So what will happen? The resulting voltage would be the sum of the two products, no, for each channel. Okay? Ang isa shifted lang by 90 degrees. Okay? And we have here single sideband measurements. Okay? So, single sideband transmitters are rated in PEP, PEP, or PEV. PEP or PEV. PEP means peak envelope power. PEV is peak envelope voltage. Rather than simply RMS power and voltage. Okay. So, for a single uh, frequency modulating signal, the modulated output signal with single sideband suppressed carrier transmission is not an envelope, but rather a continuous single frequency signal. Okay? So a single frequency is not representative of a typical information signal. So therefore, for test purposes, a two frequency test signal is used for modulating signal for which the two tones have equal amplitudes. Okay? So for measuring the single sideband, so for test purposes, so gamitan na siya two frequency test signal. Okay, and ani yung process. So this is a example wave, no? So ang first nga wave dere, this is a single sideband suppressed carrier siya, pero without the reinserted carrier or the pilot carrier. Okay? So, ang ikaduha nga figure, this is an envelope o single sideband suppressed carrier pero naa na diri ang katong reinserted carrier nimo or the pilot carrier which is the low amplitude. This one, kani naggiring. This is a pilot carrier nimo. So, low amplitude na siya. It is being added. So the envelope has basically the same shape sila almost, no? Pero ang nakalahi lang is in the second figure it has an addition of low amplitude na siya. Okay? So the envelope out of two-tone SSB is an important consideration because it is from this envelope that the output power for a SSB transmitter is determined. Okay? So the importance of having a two-tone test for the SSB is to determine ang yahang output power mismo. Mismo. To determine the output power. Sorry. So, mo nang naay reinserted carrier niya na butang or naag. So, ang peak envelope power sa SSB SC transmitter or the single sideband suppressed carrier transmitter, it is an analogous to the total output power from a conventional double sideband for carrier transmitter. Okay? Gani lang, the rated peak envelope power is the output power measured at the peak of the envelope when the input is a two-tone test signal and two tones are equal in magnitude. Okay, so meaning ang duha ka signal nimo they have the same magnitude. So with such an output signal, the output power dissipated in the load is equal to half the peak envelope power. Technically speaking, the voltage across the load, this one, ang peak envelope power is analogous siya sa power na katong nasa conventional AM, the double sideband full carrier. Okay. Pero ang nakalahi lang niya kay pag peak envelope power, it is a power that determined using a two-tone test signal na siya. And then, ang duha ka signal, the two tones are equal in magnitude yun na siya. Okay, so if you compute that one, this is the total voltage, that is the square root of E sub 1 squared and E sub 2 squared. These two voltages are the RMS voltages sa two test tone. So, it means, kung equal ang amplitude sa duha ka voltahe, so the peak envelope power would be, so squared siya kay V squared over R man. Okay? So, matanggal na ng square root, then it will be added, that results to 2E squared R. Okay. Now, however, the average power dissipated in the load is equal to the sum of the powers of the two tones. So, kung i-add na mo siya, okay, kung average power, okay, this will be the formula, okay. So, you have here the E squared over R na lang na. So, simplified na lang siya. Kaya, kaning E sub 1 o E sub 2, equal naman na siya. Equal ang amplitude. So, it means, this average power is equal to the half of the peak envelope power. Okay, mo man niya ang PEP na formula. Okay? So, two equal amplitude test tones are used for the test signal for the following reasons. Number one tone produces a continuous single frequency output that does not produce intermodulation. The second one is a single frequency output signal is not analogous to a normal information signal. Third, more than two tones make analysis impractical. And the fourth one is the two tones of equal amplitude place a more demanding requirement on the transmitter than is likely to occur during the normal operation. So, mo ni ang four reasons, that is nganong two-tone test ang pag-determine sa peak envelope power. Okay? So, mo na ang pag-determine sa power sa single sideband PEP ra gyud na. No? Peak envelope power. Okay? Yeah, two-tone test yun na siya. Okay? Dabe, check na to. Okay, we're done at the chapter 6. Ay, kaluyan, no? Nahuman na gyud. So, overall, single sideband communications, it is used to address the concern regarding to the power distribution in a conventional AM. Mabalik ta, ang power manggod in conventional AM naka-allocate mostly nasa carrier, wala sa sideband. Unang gi-address nga, dapat kay ang information naman sa sideband, wala sa carrier. So that's we need to utilize the power 100% to the sideband. That's why single sideband ang naga-occur. So, before the single sideband, i-suppress. So, kung sa metabo, double sideband na. Double sideband suppress, carrier. Iagi through balance modulator. Unya, kay ang duha ka information signal nga upper o lower sideband power nimo is the same raman ang information. O, either of that two, as ka mag-demodulate, the same ang information. That's why, single sideband was introduced. So, gigamitan na siya og filter method og phase method. Diba? So, gamitan na siya og filter method og phase method na siya. Mas unique phase method or phase shift method ang prefer. Pag filter method, mo tong gamitan nimo og crystal filters, surface acoustic wave filter or the SAW. No? But the problem of the filters is kailangan taas siya og Q factor or the quality factor for higher or for better selectivity property. Kaya kung dili, wala. Dili nimo ma-filter out tong isa ka sideband. Okay? So, with that address manggod, with that concern of the filter method, muna nga phase shift method ang ginagamit. So, nakakuha lang sa phase shift method is, ang isa ka signal, i-shift na siya in 90 degrees. Okay, pag i-add, cancel out. So, single sideband na siya. Okay? So, that is in a single sideband. Ang nakalamang ni single sideband, ang power, makalocate sa sideband. Ang nakapan lang ni single sideband, complex na po siya circuitry. That's why, in the receiver, kasagaran, naa ang carrier recovery circuit. Kay, para mo, produce katong oscillator nga or katong carrier frequency nga gigamit dito sa transmitter kay. Of course, for recovering the information signal, kailangan gyapon nimo si carrier. Okay? Mo man gyud una pangitaon. O mo na nga in practical applications, instead nga single sideband suppress carrier ang ginagamit, single sideband reduce carrier ang ginagamit. Kay it means i-reduce si carrier by 90%. O para dili kayo dako nga power ang iyang makonsumo. Gamay ra. So mo na nga i-reduce na si carrier, then even though reduce si carrier, so sa receiver ang rule of thumb na ang una niyang pangitaon is si carrier. Okay, para ma-determine kung asa si information. O dili man si information ang una niyang pangitaon, si carrier mismo ang pinakauna niya pangitaon. Mo na nga once na makita, ma-determine, so mo nang i-down convert na siya. Okay? So that is all about single sideband communication system. So we're done at the AM. Please review from the Chapter 4, the AM transmission. Chapter 5, AM reception. Chapter 6, single sideband communication system. Okay? So, on the next recorded video, I will discuss the angle modulation transmission. Pasulod na ta sa FM o PM. Okay? So, time check, it's 7:15 a.m. So, diri lang sa ko for this recorded video. Have a good day sa inyo and maayong buntag.